Monday, how I hate the Monday. Got to work like a slave all day. Here comes
We pioneered the internet, but we also pioneered the Bill of Rights and a sense that each of us as individuals, have a sphere of privacy around us.
Any other nation would have impeached this president a long time ago. Any other nation, after the embarrassment of letting the entire world down, would have finally understood who this phony is. He did not attend the Paris rally for no reason other than to watch the football game. Okay, then why didn't he send Biden? And where was Kerry, who speaks French and has deep roots in France? I don't buy it. There's a message that was sent here by this administration to the Islamists, to the Muslim Brotherhood, saying something. What was he saying to them? But wait a minute. The blame goes farther than the Democrats, socialists, communists, whatever you want to call them. Why didn't Boehner attend the rally in Paris? Am I the only one in the media who asked the question? We can criticize the president, as he should be. As head of the Harvard Law Review, he published nothing. Never tried a case in court as a lawyer. He never went to any seminars. He skips intelligence briefings. He will not engage with Congress. He ignores his cabinet. It's run by a sorority. And so he doesn't go to Paris, represented only by a lobbyist who became an ambassador to Paris. I ask you, the listeners of this show, why did Obama not attend the rally in France? Why didn't he send the vice president? Why didn't Kerry go there? He was in India, a few hours away. Now I'll ask another question. Why didn't Boehner go? There's enough blame to go around. We have a crippled, passive, cowardly government. Crippled, passive, cowardly government at every level. And now we wake up to this. All of the Pentagon's social media accounts have been hacked by ISIS. ISIS has posted the names and addresses of the U.S. generals, their families, and their children. And they have said, American soldiers, we are coming, watch your back. Why do you suppose ISIS, a ragtag army that Obama said was the JV team, I think, can penetrate our Pentagon's cybersecurity? There is no cybersecurity. The Pentagon's been watching the Tea Party. The Pentagon, along with Dianne Feinstein and the NSA, has been not monitoring ISIS, not monitoring Al-Qaeda. They've been monitoring you, the American patriot. This is a very dangerous time, but you wouldn't know it going around the average American community today. The morons, you look at the morons, they don't know what world they live in. They don't even know there was a rally in Paris of 4 million people yesterday. It was a rally larger than that on the Victory Day after World War II, those famous photos of the French in the streets after the Nazis had been kicked out by the Americans and the British. Remember those pictures of the celebrations in Paris? This was a larger rally. It's an historic day. And our doofus president didn't go. And where was Biden? And where was Kerry? And where was Boehner? I don't buy that the security was the issue at all. You mean Netanyahu didn't need security? You mean Merkel didn't need security? You mean Hollande didn't need security? You mean Abbas didn't need security? It's utter rubbish to believe that. It's rubbish to believe that. He told the world to drop dead. He said to the world, screw you, I could care less about you. In other words, you could say maybe it's about narcissism. That might hold some validity. I mean, he had to hold hands with other leaders and be just one amongst many instead of the king of all on the heap, king of the heap. He couldn't just link arms with Hollande and Cameron and Merkel and Netanyahu and Abbas. Then he would just be another leader, not the supreme leader of the universe. So he didn't attend for a couple of reasons. Probably to watch the basketball game was one. 2, narcissism. 3, he's sending a signal to the Islamists. And I don't like that part of it. I don't even want to go there with my thinking. He let the world down, says the liberal Daily News. Even a Daily News headline. You let the world down. You let the world down. So why did Obama not attend the rally in France? We have unprotected talk today on the Savage Nation. Of course, this is the topic that's animating me. and the phone number here is 855-400-7282. There's no open lines, but you can keep trying all day. You know it's going to be whack jammed out for 3 straight hours now. I haven't even begun the stories I pulled all weekend on the terror attacks. Not one minute did I pull a story yet. It goes on and on. This is a breach of not attending this rally that no American should ever forget. But the 47% who do nothing, or is it 50% now, who sit on their behinds and collect government checks, could care less whether this doofus went to Paris or not. You think they care? If you were to confront even a college-educated woman who is an Obama worshiper, let's take the average white woman in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Let's take the average self-satisfied girl in the city, Sex in the City type, that all she cares about is whatever she cares about. And you were to say to her, wait a minute, you're a liberal. How do you feel about your president, who you support at all turns, not going to Paris when 4 million people were there and every world leader? You know what they'd say? Drop dead. He has his raisins. That's what they'd say to you. That's the world you're living in. But I raised another issue, which is why didn't Boehner, the phony, go there? I mean, if Obama wasn't going, then Boehner could have gone. Why didn't he go, that moron? Why didn't that useless drunk go to Paris and march there with the others? We had no representation except a lobbyist. A lobbyist. That's who he sent there. There's another reason for this. And finally, his spokesmouth, a man whose name will go down in history as one of the most, what should I say, the most? There's so many of them, there's no most anymore. Here's the guy who's the spokesmouth for Barack Insane Obama in clip 25.
Some have asked whether or not the United States should have sent someone with a higher profile than the ambassador to France. And I think it's fair to say that we should have sent someone with a higher profile to be there.
Oh, that's very nice, Josh. When did you get that from? Which sorority gal gave you that one? Listen to 26 now.
The fact is that this is obviously a march that the planning for which only began on Friday night, and 36 hours later it had begun. What's also clear is that the security requirements around a presidential level visit or even a vice presidential level visit are onerous and significant.
You believe that? You mean Hollande doesn't have security requirements? You say, well, okay, Hollande's French, so it's easier for him. All right. You mean Cameron didn't have security requirements? You mean Merkel had none? Oh, you mean Netanyahu didn't have security requirements? That is total BS.